Hey guys, welcome to another parts factory installation video. Today we're going to be installing the window regulator into the Hyundai I30 between 2007 and 2012. Now guys, this part is available on our website, so make sure you are to check it out. It does start at $168 for the right driver's side door and $138.30 for the passenger side front door. Don't have the rears just yet, but that's not to say we won't have them in a month or two. Now the first step to starting this task is actually to remove the driver's side door card. It's very straightforward procedure. There's actually only 2 screws that hold it on, and the rest is just clips around the side. Alrighty guys, let's get into it. First step is to get this inner handle out. Now chuck a very fine edge blade in. There we go. Phillips head screwdriver guys, 1 screw. Chuck your screw out of the road. Pull this inner cap off. Tuck that out of the way. There's a screw on the inside of this door panel. Once again, use a flathead screwdriver to pop the tab up. And this screw doesn't necessarily have to be removed from the handle. I almost suggest even leaving it in the door card. Once that screw is just floating around in there, use your screwdriver or any tool. Start at the front of the speaker. You'll notice there's a small crevice at the bottom of the card. You should just be able to put your finger in, and just pull it out and see how it just unclips all the way around. See how it just pulls up like that? Now this triangle on the top of this door card, just pop that up like that. Move that to the side. Straight up. Now there'll be 2 plugs on the back of this door card. Pull the 2 plugs out of the switch. 1, 2. Chuck your door card out of the way. Just wanted to give you a quick demonstration of what those plugs look like. All it is a depression plug. So push it down, pull out. Sometimes it may require you to push down, push in, then pull out. That'll give it a bit of a loosen up. Now here is the section we'll be working on today. It's quite a complicated setup. It's going to require a lot of patience and time. So we're going to go through it slowly. Alrighty, we're nice and close up to the door card guys. First things first, you'll want to remove this top inner handle. Make sure that you're putting all your bolts to the side. We do not want to be misplacing any of these screws. And you're having to run to the hardware store to find them. 3. Let your handle hang, put your bolts in a little tub. Now flip your handle over, remove these 2 wires off these handles. The next step guys is actually accessing these ports here. You can see here and here. I'm actually going to remove the door glass. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Alrighty guys, for demonstration purposes I'm going to be using one of my new switches. If you have any issues with your master control switch in the future, make sure you check out our website online at partsfactoryoz.com.au. Stock this part. Plug your switch in. You'll be able to use your switch on your door card. Now bring your window up. Now obviously yours is going to be broken, but I must do this in order to pull mine apart. You can see you actually access the 2 fixing bolts, 1 and 2 there. Leave that to hang. Now grab your 10mm. Pull your 10mm screws out of those glass hangers. Put your screws to your side. You will need to perform this action in order to install this back in. The glass will actually lift out through the top. You can see that there, I pulled it out on an angle like that. Put the glass to the side. Next step is to actually begin to disassemble the panel of the door. Now, to start with, we want to be unplugging the mirror. We want to be pulling the wire off that section there. We want to be using a flathead screwdriver and actually pulling these wiring looms off these attachers. So it's like a zip tie. There's a tab at the back. Stab the tab and the wiring looms will actually come off like that. Feel free to put your flaps back on like that. Disconnect your motor. Here's another one of these just pull ones, and pull one there. Pull that out, just let it hang like that. Keep going with those little tabs. One, disconnect your speaker. And here we go. Put them in your basket again. You'll be able to pull this unit off. These rubbers here, tuck them through the holes. Bring it down a bit. Once that rubber there comes through, yes, I see there was a wire actually attached to the back of that white section there. Once again, on the back of it, there was a little wire tucked to the back of the little white tab. That's all right. All we did was just pull it off. And you can see that these wires now feed through. One, two, and the last one will be to unplug the wire from the door lock actuator. Looks like. Alrighty, I worked it out. Very straightforward if you knew what you were doing, but my first time. So I'm going to show you what type of plug that was. Plugging onto the actuator is a simple press down plug. Press down and pull, but it's kind of, when you feel it for the first time, you feel that. It's actually just inside. It's quite easy. Press down and pull out. Then you've got your wiring loom, move it to the side. That panel's actually off. Now, my panel's actually in good condition, so I'm not going to be wasting the other new one, but the next steps from here require, I guess, basic experience with pot riveting. Actually, you can see these pot rivets here. You would drill out these pot rivets 1, 2, 3, and 4. The speaker would actually be removed from this unit, and it would be fixed onto the new unit. Now I'm going to go and grab the new unit. I'm going to give you a run around, show you the differences, or actually show you the resemblance, and then I'm going to reinstall this exact unit. Alrighty, I just wanted to give you a quick look at the new product here. I'm going to be unboxing it in a second. I'll show you what it looks like. Alrighty guys, we're here with the new product. Just going to rip it out and give you a quick look. You see it will come packaged. There's a few bits and pieces in the bag. Put them to the side for now. I'll explain what they are later. Now, let's just bring this over to the old one. This is a bare version of that. So you will need to swap over some of the components other than the actual components that are included with the steer, which is the window regulator itself. You've got your rubber grommets, a couple of your electrical holders, 1, 2, 3, 4. And obviously your speaker. Now things like that will require some pot rivets, but other than that, it's very straightforward procedure, guys. Now I did want to quickly show you, within this plastic will come a few more bits and pieces. It does include for free the pot rivets themselves and that little slide that goes on the back. Now I'll just move the new one out of the way for now. I wanted to show you what this piece actually is. See that section there? All you're going to be doing is just place that exactly where you see the old one, and that's it, guys. You chuck the new unit back into the car the same way the old one came out, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Let's get to it. Alright guys, wasn't too bad really actually. I was expecting a little worse for my first time, but confident that you guys will be able to tackle this one without an issue. First step, tuck your wires straight back through. Notice you want to bring back around the front. You want to tuck this wire here straight through. Using your knee to support the unit, you want to bring that wire. See here there is basically 2 little alligator teeth in the back of that white unit. Plug the wire into them. There we go, you can actually hear a physical click. Now tuck that unit in like that. Now I recommend getting on top of the as long as that wire went in nice and it's tucked out of the way, keep it nice and tight. Plug that rubber grommet in. Now, this is the point where we've got the whole unit assembled. We actually actually want to chuck a bolt in. To get it in, I'm going to put this bolt in here. Not too tight, just enough where it won't pull out. We're going to plug the motor in first. We're going to plug the speaker back in. Hopefully you've done your pot riveting. I worked out that it's easier to actually use zip ties. Chucking a zip tie where the blue tape was. Lining that blue tape up nicely to where it previously was. The master control switch plugs in. Remember, I have my demo one. We're going to put our glass back in, guys. Let's put our glass back in. Alright guys, full glass. Let's put in behind the seals. Look for where you're going. You can see there it goes in on an angle. As I said, making sure not to try and push down on the seals, the door window seals. The most tedious part of the job, because you actually need to slide this glass into these mounts back. Right, so I've got my front one, I haven't got my back one. The clamps, now I think basically when I dropped the door glass down, I had the regulator in the prime position to actually slot into these clamps. By the feel of it, I've kind of actually got it. So now you basically want to straighten the door glass up so that it's running perpendicular with this rail here in that seal, nice. Then you even want to use your master switch. You actually, see how I've raised the regulator into the glass. Be extremely gentle. Don't rush that process. Once you've got that feeling like it's nice, just chuck a few extra bolts in this regulator into the reg. So I'll get you to push down in your glass, lower the glass until you reach those two hatches again. And grab those two 10mm fixing bolts that you had in the first place. Now the type of bolt you are looking for is a longer one, not the shorter one that goes around the outside. It's the longer one. Should even have two slithers of Loctite. Two bolts, one. It'll actually tighten in on that glass. Two. Now we want to run a trial test, so we want to go up. Make sure the glass is going to close nicely. One, and all the way down. Whenever I'm installing a component such as this one, I'll always start off with a little bit of WD-40 in the working mechanisms of the part, even down the rail on the side. WD-40 does stick around for quite some time. I've actually just had a quick look at the other side, and you'll never guess what, I actually press down on the button and the regulator moves almost not at all. So that side's regulator is stuffed. I'm noticing this second-hand one as well is actually also a little bit lazy. I'm assuming it's actually been replaced, not far in the past. Next step, guys, close up your flaps. Push them shut. Use your knife to take it off. Now, maybe a door card. Plug your plug back into your master switch. Into your mirror switch. Bring your driver's door window down. Don't forget we need to reattach our inner handle. Three, nice and tight. Next step, grab your door card. Up to the top, it should just slide over the top of the card. You can see that's holding there and actually hanging without these clips. You can actually stab, stab. Now, don't do that unless you can feel that you're firmly pressed down along the top so that the clips are all in line, otherwise you're going to bust your clips. Top triangle, press. You can hear that click. this piece here, open the flap before you attempt, into there, press, grab your screw, which hopefully you haven't lost. Put your tab in, do your top screw here, press your tab in, put your window up. I'm assuming you haven't seen that done in a while, but Bob's your uncle. Alrighty guys, we're all done. It's nice and easy. I've been here for roughly 45 minutes, but I think you could tackle this job in half an hour. Other than that, because the item comes pre-assembled, most of the components are actually just plug and play or bolt on or attach with a zip tie. My name is Silky Straps. Thanks for checking out another Parts Factory installation video, and I'll catch you next time.